Yeah! Hello and welcome to this Warno 2v2 match. Today we're on Vertigo 2v2. It's got two big zones, and then two zones here, and then two more zones here, hence 2v2. Basically, the way this map works is, blue and red, blue gets to here, red gets to here, and then you MLRS this and MLRS this. And then, on this side, blue gets to like here, red gets to here, then you MLRS all this, MLRS all this. Lots of MLRS going around. The blue side is the better side because basically, so if you're on red side, right, and you want to attack over here, the enemy can put stuff in all these forests, ATGMs and whatnot, and he can't really do that. Red can't really do that, right? I mean, obviously they've got these, but it's not as good. On this side, blue can put an ATGM in here and shoot all of red's reinforcements, and if he gets a guy to here, he could shoot red's reinforcements, and so red has to like manually path his guys to here and then send them to here, and it's very, very frustrating. Blue just doesn't have to do that. One of red's advantages is if they get somebody to here, they can send ATGMs shooting down here, so middle is quite important for red, and blue doesn't have that same kind of advantage. It can't. Well, I suppose that it could cut this one sort of, but that building's really in the way, and it's already got this that can do it. So, looking at the deployments, we've got Erikus playing 79Y and StickyHooves playing 6Y. I think it's a standard income game. So looking at the units, it might not be. What's this stuff? I'm just going to assume it's a standard income game, although it might not be. So in fact, the more I look, the more convinced I am that it's not. Yeah, it probably isn't. It probably is a 0.75 times income game. Who knows? I didn't bother to ask. I probably should have asked. Or maybe we'll see like 20 planes. Anyway, so opening T80B. Palmaya 30mm, Conkers, Spetsnaz Gru, and Motorized Rozvedka here, so not much here at all, and a Tunguska, of course. So just holding this with, the Conkers and the tank and the Tunguska. No supply, which is interesting. And then on the left, StickyHooves has got two urns, a book, a Tunguska, some Conkers, 4 Spets Group at A, so these now have laws, which means they're actually, and they've got the SVD, and DMRs are broken, they deal over 600 suppression a minute. Which is more than 3 times that of a machine gun. And they've got those, and they've got the satchels and stuff, so a really good all-round squad. So he's just bought them all, and he's putting them all in here, which is fair enough. So yeah, Erikus has a couple Spetsnaz Gru there, so that's where the rest of his points went, I guess. And StickyHooves is sending some. Buying 3 BMP-1 motorized Aufklärer is very, very, very odd. So that's that. Looks like he's not. Obviously, there's no zone here anymore, right? So switching to their opponent's deployment. Got Mix 90 on the left playing 5th Panzer, and he's not really sending many people at all. So the Fernschbeer are also a top tier squad because they've also got a DMR and a Law, and they've got GSR and stuff, but they're only 6 men. But the DMR is basically what it's all about. The game calls it a sniper rifle. There is a distinction between a sniper rifle and a DMR sniper rifle. Sadly, the game just says sniper rifle for them all. But basically, a proper sniper rifle deals 150 suppression a shot and deals over 1800 suppression a minute. Which is, of course, ridiculous. So, got Fernschbeer and Jäger Aufklärer going here. Keep in mind, Jäger Aufklärer are 9 men now. And they're just going to be sitting around. So he's not really sending much to Delta at all. Just a CV. He's got a plane. Looks like both Slab Raccoon and Mix, because I see Mix's units mixed in here as well, are going for the right side. So Fernschbeer followed by a bunch of the B team. So it's a fairly well-rounded unit. Fox, and then Stinger, Meep Abrams, Roland, Humvito, MX-30, Leopard, Berlin Rifles, Berlin Rifles, Rifles, Engineers, Dragons. So they really want that side, and they haven't bothered bringing a single mortar for smoke, so that's a shame. And I really do think it's 0.75 times income. I'm actually going to get my calculator out here, and you know, you can probably just skip this part, but everybody just skips to the game anyway. Most people skip the deployment because it does give me some user statistics. So we will, okay, so Tunguska, so that's 135 plus 250 is 285 plus 55, 340, plus 85 is 425 or something. Plus 150 is 575, plus 95 is 580, so 670, and then this would take it to you know, 800, 900,000. Yeah, I think they're on 0.75 times income. Although you bought a fob. I think they're not on 0.75 times income. Oh man, what is wrong with me today? You just skip this part, who cares? So 150 times 2 is 300. Plus 135 plus 250 plus 55 plus 85 plus 175 for the fob. Plus, yeah, exactly. Yeah, 95, 95, 95. Yeah. So it's not, it can't be 1,000 points because he's got more than 1,000 points here. So I'm glad we solved that, and we'll cast the game, and we'll do it from this perspective. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners, generously joining the channel. But yeah, now that he's bought that, it's definitely not 0.75 times income. He really shouldn't be YOLOing it out like that. He should be retreating it right now, because now obviously he's going to get 2v1'd, although this is very slightly faster than that, so this will never catch up to it. The main problem is these urns are all going to die, so he should probably start landing them or he's going to lose them. But there are 2 books here. So he has left the books on attack move, which is dumb because then they'll keep moving as soon as So as soon as it leaves the range, it just starts moving again, and then it loses the tracking on the missile. So you want to actually stop them. You want to click them and press E. I should probably do a tutorial on that, but I can't be bothered. He shouldn't have evac that. Should have left it back here. Because now his urn's very exposed. But this guy's still got these on attack move, so yeah, so look, it's going to happen again. Then they leave the range, and then the missile misses. And this one actually hits this guy. So yeah, don't have him on attack move, have him on fast move, and then just press stop. It's just a better way of doing it. So the Spetsgrupper get in, and they will beat B team, but they won't beat all this. And one wonders what the point of all this is. What is the point of all these Aufklärler BMP ones? What are they accomplishing? Big waste of time. So you get some transport there. And you see that, yeah, the DMR's opening up now. These guys are like special forces, so they should have better cohesion resistance and all this, better cohesion resilience, whatever. But you see that it's just going pew, 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 and that bar just keeps going up. You can hear the satisfying thunk. Having the Fox here would work if these guys didn't have AT, but the meta has shifted, and you got to wait for the meta to shift, you know. And now, okay, so now these are being sent to a more usable position, but like, why? You need ATGMs here, one there, one there. The one here probably can't shoot that, but it's just good to have. There's no point having 5 recon infantry in there. And like, what's this doing? No CV bot on this side, so big +5 to blue. Spetsgrupper A looking very lonely here, but you see all these guys are low cohesion, and it's because of the DMRs. This has smoke, but you got to use it. But this only has 14 pens, so it can't one-shot a 3-armor vehicle there. One Spetsgrupper A goes down. Escortini purchased now. There are Rolands here. There are 2 Rolands here, and I think blue strat has worked because red, you know, there's two blue players here, so red should counter push this, but they're not doing it. They're just sat there. It's just sat there, not doing anything. Like, you know, you could send these all across there, covered by the T80, send the T80 up, send this guy up. You should understand that when there's two guys here, you need to counter push. Uragan, I mean, sure, it really should have been, yeah, 79Y bringing two grads, basically. And then 6 doesn't really need the Uragan, but it's all good. But yeah, buying 2 pieces of rocket artillery when your front line is collapsing is never a good idea, because they're not going to pay for themselves straight away. They might take a very long time to pay for themselves, and in the meantime the enemy's just buying foot stuff, and you're buying planes and helicopters and all this. Oh, that didn't drop. If it had dropped, it would have killed both of those, but because of the smoke, it just didn't drop. It is really buggy, and they will never fix that. They will never fix that, because I actually don't think they know how. So you just got to put up with that, and when you see them smoke, attack position it instead. But yeah, buying all that MLRS, not so smart. And so now, okay, so now they are actually trying to attack here, very, very slowly, mind you. Like this could be moved up to here, then you move the infantry up, and yeah, really, you gotta, like, when you see all this on one side, you gotta push the other side. You gotta understand that you would have the force advantage there, and actually go for it, and, you know, send this up, and send this up, and put this a bit closer, and send this up, certainly, and so on. Like, this is being held by 2 units, so it's actually embarrassing. So, grenade launchers shoot really slowly in this game. It's kind of weird. And yeah, blue has swept this. StickyHooves, though, intelligently keeping the CV alive. And yeah, just, you know, 1 RT piece between you, 5 minutes into the game, is probably a good level of purchase. But certainly opening, you know, buying 2 of these when you're losing the front line is not ideal at all. And so yeah, red really needs to sort this out as fast as humanly possible. There we go. Like, that should have been done a long time ago, but it's good that it's being done now, because that'll stop the tick. And he's just got to keep in mind that, you know, all this stuff he's sending up is, yeah, is pathing that way, and so blue should get an ATGM, like a Milan 2, yes, and it should be here, or better yet, here, or here. And then he can shoot all that stuff coming down, but it's very, very difficult for red to get back in here once they get kicked out. Whereas blue, you know, say blue got kicked out of here, they, well, there's also a big open field, right? So it's not easy for them either. But on this side, it's hard for red to get back in here, whereas blue can, you know, fall back to this forest, basically. They've got these buildings and so on. But yeah, good job on red for noticing that there's nobody here and taking advantage of that. Would have been good if it was a bit quicker. So, yeah, what can I say? Just gonna sit there and get hit by conkers, I guess. And this is out of rounds, and then instead of sending it back through the buildings, he's just running it across the field and it's getting shot, so not ideal, really. And then Mix should really attack position that building, because he knows where he is. He's lost vision, right? But he should know that it's in there, and he should attack position it. He's done a good job to keep that back. And yeah, what blue need to do now is just hold this and start shifting the majority of these guys through here. Take this, right? And then if you've got this, you can put ATGMs in here, and then when you push back in here, it's not so bad. But yeah, that seed took out that Tunguska there and a Conkers, apparently. So, you know, the 2 books, they're doing their best, what can I say? And yeah, grads are good on this map. We're good on every map, really. So, yeah, what can I say? Obviously, he knew it was in this building, but he could have just attack positioned it with the tank. And you see how the power of artillery lands right next to you and does nothing, or direct impacts you and kills you. So it makes it very inconsistent. So that time, just didn't do anything. He was already on 1 HP. But sometimes it'll do loads just because you get better accuracy. So really, they need to fix that, but they won't fix that either. But Broken Arrow has pretty good artillery, so that's good. Hopefully, that'll convince Eugen to fix their game. So, yeah, I mean, probably a bit too much arty here from Blue. I think they should focus on building up this, you know. So it looks like Red. Wow, they want to go for that. And you see that, you know, Blue can see all of this. They see all of it. This is on return fire only, but yeah, they know there's a massive push here coming for here. These Leopard 1s are not accomplishing much there, really. They need to be back here. And yeah, like Blue, you know, they got all these units that are just not doing anything anymore. It would have been cool to see some of those rotate. It's good Nighthawk strike there, and the Bucks can't even see it. You need fighters. Like, you see how close it was, and they just don't see it. And yeah, more arty. So I guess Red's plan is to break through to here and then try and take this. So Blue needs to do some reinforcing. This is interesting. I like this. Sneaking the Lustrum Jaegers around the side. These guys have Metis, which is like it's not as long range as it used to be, but it's got some range on it, and so you can put it like there and shoot guys as they come down this road. And here we go. So cool attack here. I wonder if these guys will die as well. Oh no, they're opening up with the machine guns before the AT. But Mix hasn't noticed. Also, this is on a move order, not an attack move order, so yeah, he didn't even fire his AT there. And certainly if I was Red, I would have put some units here and, you know, not just try to run all the infantry through, because that takes time, and that means the enemy can just put more stuff here. But yeah, this is cool. I like this. It's a good idea. But yeah, Blue, you know, they got all these units that just aren't doing anything, and they should really rotate these round to here. Oh, they're doing it now. That's good. They could use a bit of recon. They got recon. Yeah. So Red, it's a cool push, you know. They've obviously got the numbers, but you know, Mixie needs to put the Pioneers here really and buy some IFVs to hold back this tidal wave of infantry. See, well, that got a bailed out crit. I can't even click it, but basically it means nobody can click it, move it, whatever, until they get 500 supply on it, which is ridiculous because, you know, this carries 600, right? So it's not easy, and usually it just gets shot. Like this is trying to shoot it, right? So here we go, Blue. You know, they're trying a bit. The Pissy B, which was the recon, just probably got blown up by a rocket launcher. I don't see it anymore. And I don't know why Mix unloaded his Pioneers here instead of in the town. Obviously, there's a big push coming, and this is the zone. That BMP2 is going to get a lot of transports. Might get them all. Alright, might not get them all. And these guys have been spotted now. But Blue don't really get good helicopters. They get 6 Gazelle rockets, which they should buy all 6 of and put them here. And are these on attack move? Good. And yes, they bought 1. So that's probably not going to be enough. But yeah, these Jaegers, will keep an eye on them. Yeah, Erikus's push didn't go so well. That BMP2 against 2 Marders will probably lose. Generally, it comes down to RNG on the ATGMs, you know. Oh, these got pathed around anyway. And yeah, like, you know, Erikus not bringing his tanks into the fight. Like, why weren't these tanks helping out? Do you know what I mean? Obviously, this one is bailed out, but this one and this one aren't. This one isn't either. Like, what are they doing? What is this doing, you know? Just send that up to there. So, I guess Mix's decision to put the Pioneers in paid off. They won that fight. And, you know, there's something to be said for using the grads where you know the enemies are, but surely you'd want to support your forces, you know, in your cool push. And that guy definitely shouldn't have left the safety of the forest. But you see how much of a stoppage it's causing? Just a couple of units, it's always worth doing. So, yeah, I don't know what to say, really. It's still even on... Well, the tick has stopped, but Red's push here hasn't worked. And I think they're trading quite badly. I also can't see them getting in here. This is the problem with leaving your stuff in the heavy forest, that when you try and move it to save yourself from the arty, it doesn't go so fast. But he's going to make it, I think. So, yeah, as we spoke about, you know, blue side is better. Like, they can go from here to here. Whereas, you know, if red loses this, how on earth do they get back in, right? They got to, like, try and go around this way. Or, you know, you go up this way, but generally there's not always a big open field between you and the zone. Whereas here, there's this very nice forest here, which helps blue significantly. So, yeah. 25 minutes left. The game has slowed down. Has he finally got this over there? To try and save that. I'm surprised the arty, like the blue arty, really should have gone on that. And yeah, blue's push here got stopped. Mainly because they didn't really use, like, you know, these could have been used, and I guess the Igla might have got him. And that was going on the tank, right? Yeah. So, you need fighters out, like MiG-31, MiG-29. 6th gets the MiG-31, there shouldn't be any blue planes doing anything. But the MiG-29 is probably better, because you got to be right next to it to hurt it, and the MiG-31 is a long-range fighter, you don't want it at close range. But yeah, certainly Slav Raccoon is using his LGBT to great effect. Although I think it's dead now. Yes, that was... I mean, I guess I shouldn't have said it. As soon as I said it, he threw it away. Like, he was using it to great effect. Here we go, this is finally unbailed out. It's bailed in now. And, okay. You know, red, they're making a decent show of it here. But, not sure what to say. I mean, obviously Mixie's building up here, and then he will eventually, I assume, try and push out. And there's not a whole lot of defense here. Like, you could get another 30 mil. You could move this up to there. Obviously the helicopter's here. Right. So that's just being used for its bombing capability. Down it goes, but it got the tank. Or at least the tank died because of it. Yeah, it's definitely not a 0.75 times income game. I mean, look at all this stuff. Can't do that on 0.75 times income. Yeah, this is on a move order. It should really be an attack move order, in my humble opinion. And Slav Raccoon, you know, he's making a big comeback here. And blue are slowly working their way up to here, which will help them push into here, because if they get ATGMs up, you know, they stop the reinforcements, etc. This is a lot of infantry. That guy's been spotted now. Needs to go this way. And yeah, red need like a couple ATGM helos here, because you'll note there's no AA. And just like an ATGM helo like this one, just bring that over here. It would stop this whole push. Even just put it here. But yeah, using the BMP2s to side shot and stuff is smart as well. Yeah, a buck died here. Okay, I guess it got artilleried. And I'm surprised the BMP2s are being brought at no vet. Like, that wouldn't have routed if it had been at 1 vet. So here we go, MiG-21 Bison Cluster. It's very effective if you can get it off, if it actually drops its bombs, you know. But yes, it dies. Very sad. So, yeah, I mean, you know, instead of buying extra arty pieces, why not send this CV next to your arty so it upvets it so it reloads faster? You know, wouldn't that be cool? Reload a bit faster. But yeah, we got the mortars firing. They really shouldn't all be firing on the same spot. But I like this idea. So he's going to smoke his way in with a bunch of BTR-60s. But yeah, I think... Well, let's see how ballsy he is. But these martyrs, I don't know why Mix is sending it there. He needs to put it here, really. Here. He's just kind of messing up. So this will probably get in. There's no CV with it, though, which is a big shame. But it is cool. But yeah, here we go. The Jaegers are now... Oh, I unloaded. They're all dead. They're all dead. He would have taken like a couple losses, but when you unload like that, they're all gonna die now. Yeah. But yeah, generally it wasn't really a very good idea. I mean, it was interesting, but when the enemy controls this forest, then yes, he can shoot you as you move through, and you see they're all dead. So it was a nice idea, though. I think he shouldn't have unloaded, but either way, it would have probably ended the same way. Maybe he would have got like 2 extra units in this town. And these artillery pieces should have immediately been shooting the enemy mortars, because look how close they are to each other. There's 3 there. So that's what should have been done. And here we go. The grads are actually helping the fight. And yeah, it was a cool idea. I mean, lots is happening. I'm used to seeing this map in 1v1, right? So in 2v2, there's a lot of stuff going on. And yeah, like Slab Raccoon, he's pushing, he's doing things. But yeah, I agree with Blue's premise. I mean, I said it, right? They should try and get to here so that they can sort this out. And I liked Red's smoke play. I thought that was interesting. I think SU-25 rocket is like meta from 2 years ago and it's just garbage now, and you should never buy it. Particularly with the rockets having such a long reload time. Although, well, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, you might as well just bring the AT one. It would do that faster. And this is dead. But so is that chieftain. And yeah, so, Red, I don't know, I think it would have been a better idea to use all that infantry in this forest instead of YOLOing it down the road. But it was cool. I liked watching it happen. Obviously it didn't work. Here we go, they're finally hitting the mortars now. So they should go down presently. And yeah, getting the Berlin rifles in there at the LOR 80 can do a lot of damage. Got T64 BB there. So, yeah. Still, no tick, right? But Blue's points ahead, and frankly, given that Red just expended themselves like that, I think Mix can just walk in now. I'm pretty sure he can just walk in if he so desires. I mean, it's an idea, but it's not going to work. He's got smoke grenades, though. He could throw a smoke grenade there. And then, I don't know, throw one there, and throw one there, and throw one there. I don't know, but he doesn't do that. And the smoke is too late to save him. So, yeah, this Berlin Rifles, if they get to this, obviously they got no LOR 80, but they can just shoot it. I think the urn would get them. And Red surrenders. Red surrenders, presumably. Yeah, Red surrenders. So GG to all players. GG to player. GG to Deco90. Doesn't have many games at all. Interesting. GG to Erikus. That's quite a few games, but not many ranked games. GG to StickyHooves, who is quite highly ranked. And this is player. GG to player. This was his he's level 1, you see. He's not played a single multiplayer game. So good job, player. aka Mix90. And yeah, maybe one day they'll fix that bug. So yeah, interesting gaming. Certainly a video game. I definitely... Is that a flipping... It is, isn't it? He's called StickyHooves, and that's a My Little Pony avatar. Gross, I'm glad he lost. got beaten up by Spurdo and Bear with a bunch of alcohol and what looks like some crackers. So certainly it's all kicking off in the Balkans, right? And I'll see you around.